Hi, is this the Kingdom Hall?
Yes?
Yeah, I just have a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with. Do you have a minute?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, I met some Jehovah Witnesses in my area in a park, and they told me to look at the website jw.org. So,
Yes?
well, I was really digging in because I love to read. So, I was reading about in a watchtower about the congregation and stuff, and I was just wondering what does channel of communication mean? That phrase kept popping up.
Channel of communication?
Mhm.
Well, I'm not very good at English either.
Oh, okay. Okay. You want me
Yeah.
to try back later? Will they be there later?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because that really stuck out to me. Like, wow. Like I thought it was Christian. Like I would never say like a channel or channeling. Channel of communication. Like, what is that?
Okay. There's also videos.
No, I want to know about this specifically. I don't think they said it on a video. It's just it keeps popping up when I'm reading in the publications.
Okay.
Channel of communication. Like, what are they channeling? Like God's talking to them or something like that?
I'm trying to Google it right now.
Oh, you're Googling channel of communication?
Yeah.
On the website or on Google?
Just on Google.
Oh, yeah. It's very interesting what comes up. What are you getting?
It says it refers either to a physical transmission medium such as a wire,
Oh, wow. Yeah,
to
yeah.
a logical connection
Mm-hmm.
over a multiplex medium such as a radio channel.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
No, I don't think so.
See anything else on there?
Communicating data from one location to another requires some form of pathway or medium.
Right. That's like a radio or something. I don't think that's what it is either. Is there any other definitions?
Nope, that is
There's
it.
not? How about just channeling?
Such as a person, advertising media.
What about just channeling? Because I guess if there is a channel of communication, they're channeling.
Do you know what watchtower was that one? Maybe I can look it up in my language.
Oh, yeah. If you, well, I don't know what it would be in Spanish, but it's important to use the online library because it goes way back. Not totally back, but to like watchtowers of 1950. Do you ever use that?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. So if you put channel of communication, now this will be in English. I don't really know how to do or what it would be the equivalent in Spanish, but if you put that in quotation marks, then, every place from that time on they said that will come up. The one I'm looking at 2009. I think they're talking about their leaders are a channel of communication from God. That's when I read it, that seems like what they're talking about.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it, but it doesn't come up.
Did you do it in English?
Yeah.
Now remember, you first have to go to the online library, not just jw.org. You have to find it.
Yeah.
You have to click library, then click online library, and then it comes up. That will go to the more extensive database of older stuff.
Yeah.
So do you think that's what they mean by that? That God tells them stuff?
Well, in the past, that's how the people will communicate, right? But right now, God doesn't communicate us directly. He uses like watchtowers, videos.
He uses watchtowers? God uses watchtowers?
Yeah, the
But
watchtowers.
did he use them in the past too? Because historically, so many of them were wrong and have changed. Was that from God?
Yeah, he uses his can't really translate it in English, but his strings his well, I can't really say it in English.
Yeah, I understand. You're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah,
Trying.
I wish I could speak another language. So you're amazing to me. But yeah, I mean, what is that channel of communication? That's really sticking out to me because I'm more familiar with mainstream Christianity, and like we might have pastors and things like that, but they wouldn't call themselves that. Yeah, I would be a little leery of that, you know. And they tell us also to test all things and to talk to them if we don't think it's biblical, and we can discuss it and things like that. Channel of communication. I think they're talking about their leaders. Like
Yeah.
in this one older one also, this is even older, but I found this one. It says that the evidences are overwhelming that the anointed Christian remnant among Jehovah's Witnesses today comprise the collective channel of communication. So, I think that's the same thing as what they also call the faithful slave. And it said in 1955, the evidence was overwhelming that consists of the anointed class. So now they changed it to just the governing body.
Yeah. Because I
But it
put
says
right
the
here.
evidence was overwhelming. So what, do they have any scriptures that made them change it to just 8 men? Sounds kind of like a power grab, you know? Like, hey, it's just really us, you know? And then maybe one of them now, maybe one of them later will say it's just me. But who's to say, right?
Yeah. Because I searched it right here on Watchtower Channel of Communication.
Yeah.
And then it came out like discussions, first century illustration of telephone, Jesus Christ, transfiguration vision. And I put discussion, and it comes out a Watchtower. And it says, how was revelation communicated to Apostle John and then to the congregations? And then one paragraph said God had a channel of communicating.
Oh, yeah. Apostle John was a prophet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're making themselves like that?
I think
it sounds like they're trying to draw a parallel, right? That they say first, you know, God spoke through the Apostle John, then they're going to talk about themselves, right? After that?
Yeah.
That's what they usually do. But then, so are they a prophet or not?
Who?
The Watchtower, the channel. They're claiming to be a prophet when they're making themselves just like the Apostle John. And he was inspired.
Yeah.
But then they want to say they're not inspired when they've said things that aren't true and dates that didn't happen, right? How can you be both?
If you would like more information, maybe you could ask on the GW.org or somebody to come to your house and could talk more about that and in your language.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, just check out sometime, because I'm wondering about this also, since you said they parallel themselves with the Apostle John. Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22. Maybe it's just a scripture. Maybe you can check it out sometime.
Yeah.
You would want to accept, you know, Jehovah's definition of a prophet and how to test them, wouldn't you? Or not?
Yeah.
You just care more about the organization, or do you care more about the scripture?
Well, we should care about everything, right? About Jehovah and everything.
Right. And the scripture is the highest authority, isn't it? Because it's inspired.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, if the scripture tells you to test the prophet, and basically what these verses are saying, you'll know that they are not from God if what they say does not come true. They predict things in the name of Jehovah, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't say, well, that's okay, they might made a mistake. It says you shouldn't really follow them or listen to them or fear them. So it's a really freeing and interesting thing, but you have to use your own, critical thinking about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in some verses,
Mm-hmm.
especially in Revelation, they don't say it like to do certain thing like actual, like they do it like as an example, right? And people actually take it literally.
Oh no, they have a long history of date setting. You're young,
Yeah.
you might not know about it. And they even said it used to be in the Awake magazine in the front that it's the Creator's promise that the generation that saw 1914 would not pass away until the paradise. But then they had to change that because they realized that those people had all died. And they called it the Creator's promise. So that's speaking in the name of Jehovah. That's very serious. Yeah. So, if you search on other sites, they'll give you the list of all. You can even just Google, since you're really good at Google, false predictions, Jehovah's Witnesses. Their last one was the year 2000. They said that the preaching work would be completed by the year 2000. A couple other things about within this century in the year 2000.
Well, actually, nobody knows when the preaching is going to end.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what the Watchtower said. They should have known that nobody knows either. But and they say that you all have to listen to everything that's in there.
Yeah.
So it's just, is your whole family in it?
Yeah.
It's hard to get out of, isn't it?
Well, no, I actually like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What would happen if you discovered they were a false prophet? Did you get baptized already?
I'm already baptized.
Yeah. How old were you?
18.
Oh, okay. Well, they baptize some real little kids too. Talks in the yearbook and some other place about 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, and even 18. I mean, they discourage looking at other sources. They discourage examining the history honestly. They don't give an honest history anywhere on their website. So what are you supposed to do if you find out all those things?
Well, I actually think this is the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all you know. They confine your mind to not look at other things.
No, I don't think so.
Right. You just choose not to. I mean, I saw your governing bodies on the scaring people about looking at other things. He said it's dangerous and stick with what we have authorized. I mean, if my pastor said stick with what I have authorized, I would just laugh and I wouldn't really go there anymore. Scientology does that as well. Mormonism. They indoctrinate the people that, that's just anti-Mormon haters. And it's things that are really true, Like most Jehovah's Witnesses don't even want to know about the child sexual abuse court cases that they are in and have been in.
Well, we actually do know about that, and we feel sorry for the kids that have been going through that, but we actually do listen to it, and we always pray for them.
Yeah, so you know about the Australia Royal Commission? Yeah, it's not just that they weren't investigating if it just happens, like you said, that could be anywhere. They're investigating the policies of cover-up, and they found that they had in their database over 1,000 that had been accused pedophiles, and they'd never called the police on any of them.
Well, I'm not really sure about that, but it was nice talking to you.
Just Google Australia Royal Commission Case Study 29. And your governing body testified there under oath. So that's interesting, too. But, yeah, that's not on the website, I noticed, jw.org. They just talk about other organizations and churches that have those problems, but theirs isn't really in the news there. But, yeah, thanks for being so nice to me. Thanks for talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you have any more questions, maybe you could ask for someone to go to your house and talk to you more.
Well, I appreciate what you said. Yeah, Google is your friend. Okay.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See ya.